Wife regrets listening to empowering advice to open their marriage. In the quiet moments before dawn, Sarah's trembling fingers scrolled through the anonymous message that shattered her world. It was a simple yet devastating revelation that echoed louder than any thunderstorm. Her husband, John, had been unfaithful. Sarah and John were the quintessential couple, high school sweethearts who had built a life together over a decade of love and laughter. But as time passed, their once fiery passion seemed to dwindle into a routine existence. Seeking to reignite the spark, Sarah stumbled upon a community of advocates for open marriages. Intrigued by the promise of newfound freedom and excitement, she cautiously broached the topic with John. To her surprise, he was receptive, even enthusiastic about the idea. They delved into books and online forums, soaking up advice on communication, trust, and boundaries. Initially, the experiment breathed fresh air into their relationship. They explored new boundaries, shared intimate secrets, and felt a renewed sense of closeness. For a while, it seemed as though they had found the secret to everlasting happiness. But beneath the surface, cracks began to form. Sarah noticed the way John's eyes lingered a little too long on other women, the hesitance in his voice when discussing their encounters with other partners. She brushed off her doubts, chalking them up to jealousy or insecurity. Then came the anonymous message, a damning testament to John's infidelity. Heart-pounding, Sarah confronted him, tears blurring her vision as she demanded the truth. His admission cut deeper than any knife, shattering the fragile illusion of trust they had built. Devastated and betrayed, Sarah found herself questioning everything she thought she knew about love and marriage. The empowering advice she had once embraced now felt like a cruel joke, a trap that had ensnared them both in a web of lies and deceit. As the days turned into weeks, Sarah wrestled with conflicting emotions. Anger at John for his betrayal, guilt for her role in opening their marriage, and an overwhelming sense of grief for the life they had lost. The once vibrant colors of their love now faded into shades of gray, leaving behind only the bitter taste of regret. For Sarah, the road to healing would be long and arduous, filled with moments of doubt and despair. But with each step forward, she found solace in the knowledge that she was not alone, that somewhere in the darkness, there was light waiting to guide her home. As Sarah navigated the tumultuous waters of her shattered marriage, she found solace in the support of friends and loved ones. Their words of encouragement served as a lifeline, pulling her back from the brink of despair time and time again. With their help, Sarah began the painful process of untangling herself from the web of lies that had ensnared her heart. She confronted John with a newfound strength, demanding honesty and accountability. Though the wounds of betrayal ran deep, she refused to let them define her. In the quiet moments of reflection, Sarah grappled with the complexities of forgiveness. Could she ever truly forgive John for his transgressions? And if so, what would it take to rebuild the trust that had been so callously shattered? As the days turned into months, Sarah found herself slowly healing, the jagged edges of her heart smoothing over with each passing day. She immersed herself in activities that brought her joy, rediscovering passions long forgotten in the chaos of her marriage. But beneath the surface, doubts lingered like shadows in the night. Could she ever truly trust John again? And did she even want to? In the end, Sarah realized that forgiveness was not about absolving John of his sins, but about releasing herself from the burden of anger and resentment. She made the difficult decision to let go of the past, to embrace the uncertainty of the future with an open heart and a renewed sense of hope. As she took the first tentative steps toward reconciliation, Sarah knew that the road ahead would be far from easy. But with each passing day, she found strength in the knowledge that she was not alone, that together, she and John could overcome even the greatest of obstacles. And so hand in hand, they embarked on a journey of redemption, determined to rebuild their marriage on a foundation of honesty, trust, and unwavering love. For Sarah, the scars of betrayal would always remain, but they served as a reminder of the resilience of the human spirit and the power of forgiveness to heal even the deepest of wounds. As Sarah and John embarked on their journey of reconciliation, they confronted the demons of their past with unwavering determination. They attended counseling sessions together, delving into the root causes of their marital discord with open hearts and minds. Through tearful conversations and painful revelations, they unearthed the underlying issues that had driven them apart: insecurities, unmet needs, and a lack of communication. With each breakthrough, they forged a deeper understanding of themselves and each other, laying bare their vulnerabilities in the pursuit of healing. But forgiveness did not come easily. For Sarah, letting go of the pain and betrayal was a daily struggle, a battle fought with every ounce of her being. And yet, she refused to give up hope, clinging to the belief that love had the power to conquer even the darkest of shadows. As they worked tirelessly to rebuild their marriage, Sarah and John found themselves drawn together by a newfound sense of purpose. They rekindled the flame of passion that had long lain dormant, reigniting the spark that had once defined their love. But it was more than just physical intimacy that brought them closer together. It was the shared laughter, the whispered confessions, the simple moments of connection that bound their souls together inextricably. As time passed, Sarah began to see glimpses of the man she had fallen in love with all those years ago: compassionate, devoted, and fiercely loyal. And in those moments, she felt a glimmer of hope that perhaps, just perhaps, they could overcome the scars of their past and emerge stronger than ever before. But the road to redemption was fraught with challenges, and setbacks were inevitable. There were moments of doubt, moments of fear, moments when it seemed as though they were destined to repeat the mistakes of their past. And yet, through it all, Sarah remained steadfast in her belief that their love was worth fighting for. She refused to let the shadows of doubt extinguish the light of their love, clinging to the hope that together, they could weather any storm that came their way. As they stood on the precipice of a new beginning, Sarah and John knew that the road ahead would not be easy. But with each other by their side, they were ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead, secure in the knowledge that their love was stronger than any obstacle they might encounter. And as they embraced each other tightly, their hearts beating as one, Sarah knew that no matter what the future held, they would face it together, hand in hand, forever bound by the unbreakable bonds of love and forgiveness. As Sarah and John continued on their journey of reconciliation, they encountered moments of both triumph and tribulation. There were days when the wounds of the past felt raw and fresh, threatening to tear them apart once more. But with each setback, they found the strength to pick themselves up and keep moving forward. Together, they committed to rebuilding their trust brick by brick, laying a foundation that was fortified by honesty, transparency, and unwavering devotion. They made a pact to confront their fears head-on, to communicate openly and honestly, even when the truth was painful to hear. In the quiet moments of reflection, Sarah found herself grappling with her own demons. She wrestled with feelings of inadequacy and insecurity, wondering if she would ever truly be enough for John. But with his steadfast reassurance and unwavering support, she began to silence the voice of doubt that lingered in the depths of her mind. As they navigated the complexities of forgiveness, Sarah and John found solace in the small moments of intimacy that bound them together. They laughed together, cried together, and shared their hopes and dreams for the future with a renewed sense of optimism. But amidst the joy, there were still shadows of doubt that lingered in the corners of their hearts. Sarah couldn't shake the nagging fear that history would repeat itself, that their newfound happiness was nothing more than a fleeting illusion. And yet, she refused to let fear dictate the course of their future. She made a conscious choice to trust in the love they had built together, to believe in the power of redemption to heal even the deepest of wounds. As the days turned into weeks, Sarah and John found themselves growing stronger with each passing day. They faced their challenges head-on, armed with a newfound sense of resilience and determination. And as they stood together, hand in hand, beneath the vast expanse of the starlit sky, Sarah knew that no matter what obstacles lay ahead, they would face them together, united in their unwavering commitment to love, honor, and cherish each other for all the days of their lives. As the seasons changed and time marched forward, Sarah and John's love story evolved into one of resilience and redemption. They weathered storms that would have torn apart lesser couples, emerging from the darkness stronger and more united than ever before. With each passing day, Sarah found herself letting go of the pain and bitterness that had once consumed her. She embraced the present moment with a newfound sense of gratitude, cherishing the love she shared with John more deeply than ever before. Their journey was far from easy, fraught with obstacles and challenges that tested the limits of their resolve. But through it all, they remained steadfast in their commitment to each other, refusing to let anything come between them ever again. Together, they learned to communicate with honesty and vulnerability, laying bare their souls in a way they never thought possible. They discovered the healing power of forgiveness, both for themselves and for each other, as they moved forward hand in hand. And as they looked toward the future with hope and optimism, Sarah knew that their love was stronger than any storm they might face. For in the end, it was their unwavering faith in each other that had carried them through the darkest of times, illuminating the path to a brighter tomorrow. As they stood together on the threshold of a new chapter in their lives, Sarah and John knew that their love story was far from over. It was a tale of redemption and renewal, of second chances and new beginnings, written in the stars for all eternity. And as they embraced the unknown with open hearts and open minds, they knew that together they could conquer anything that life threw their way. In the final chapter of their love story, Sarah and John stood side by side, gazing out at the horizon with hearts full of hope and gratitude. They had overcome obstacles that once seemed insurmountable, emerging stronger and more resilient than they ever thought possible. Their journey had been marked by moments of pain and sorrow, but it was also defined by the unwavering strength of their love. Through every trial and tribulation, they had remained committed to each other, never wavering in their belief that together they could conquer anything. As they looked back on the twists and turns of their shared history, Sarah and John felt a profound sense of gratitude for the lessons they had learned along the way. They had discovered the true meaning of forgiveness, the power of communication, and the importance of never taking each other for granted. In the end, their love story was not just about the challenges they had faced, but about the resilience and courage they had shown in the face of adversity. It was a testament to the strength of their bond, a bond that had been tested and proven true time and time again. And as they walked hand in hand into the sunset, Sarah and John knew that their love story was far from over. It was a story of redemption and renewal, of second chances and new beginnings, written in the stars for all eternity. For Sarah and John, the future was bright with promise, filled with endless possibilities and infinite love. And as they embraced the unknown together, they knew that their love would be the guiding light that led them home time and time again.